Hello, good morning, all of you. This is the second part of human male reproductive system essay. Okay, in the first part, I have covered up to this part. Okay, each seminiferous tubule is lined by germinal epithelium that consists of undifferentiated male germ cells, spermatogonia, and nourishing cells called Sertoli cells. I will show you that one here. Okay, this is the testis. Okay, inside the testis there are testicular lobules. Okay, here you can observe these are called, what do we call, these are called seminiferous tubules. Okay, now I am cutting the testicular lobule here. Okay, we are cutting here and seeing that section here. A part of the transverse section of mammalian testis showing seminiferous tubule. Okay, these are the seminiferous tubules. Okay, these are the seminiferous tubules. Okay, now I am talking about this case which is in circular shape, this seminiferous tubule. I am taking one seminiferous tubule here. Okay, what we learnt here, each seminiferous tubule is lined by germinal epithelium that consists of spermatogonia and Sertoli cells. I will show you. Okay, this is the seminiferous tubule which is lined by germinal epithelium. In this germinal epithelium there are two types of cells are present. Okay, one type of cells are called spermatogonia. Okay, what do we call these cells? Spermatogonia. The other type of cells are called, you can observe here, Sertoli cells or sustentacular cells. These are called nourishing cells. Okay, you can see here, each seminiferous tubule is lined by germinal epithelium. It consists of two types. One is spermatogonia, another one is called Sertoli cells. Okay, what are spermatogonia? These are the undifferentiated male germ cells. What are Sertoli cells? These are the nourishing cells. Spermatogonia produce male germ cells called spermatozoa. Spermatogonia, what do they produce? They produce spermatozoa. And what do these cells? Sertoli cells provide nutrition to the spermatozoa. Okay, you can see here the spermatogonia, they finally form sperms. Okay, you can observe here one sperm is in the head of the sperm is in this cell. What is this cell? Sertoli cell. It is providing food to this one. Okay, these cells forming the spermatogonia, these cells giving food to spermatozoa. Okay, spermatogonia produce male germ cells called spermatozoa, while Sertoli cells provide nutrition to the spermatozoa and secrete. Okay, not only that, Sertoli cells also do another thing. They secrete inhibin that inhibits the secretion of FSH hormone. Okay, inhibin hormone is produced by Sertoli cells, which inhibits the secretion of follicle stimulating hormone. Now come to interstitial spaces in between the seminiferous tubules. Okay, this is one seminiferous tubule, this is one seminiferous tubule. Okay, between there is a space here. This is called interstitial space. In this interstitial space, okay, interstitial space between the seminiferous tubule contain Leydig cells. I will show you here. Okay, this is the interstitial space. In this space there is a group of cells here. These are called Leydig cells, otherwise called interstitial cells. Okay, interstitial space in between the seminiferous tubules contain Leydig cells. Leydig cells, what do they secrete? Androgens. You learned in 2 marks also. The important of which is testosterone. Testosterone controls development of secondary sexual characters and spermatogenesis. Testosterone controls development of secondary sexual characters and also spermatogenesis. The seminiferous tubules open into a network of tubes called rete testis, which open into fine ductules called vasa efferentia. Okay, up to here testis part completed. Okay, in the beginning of I told you male reproductive system consists of testis, accessory duct, sectional genital accessory gland. Okay, now testis part completed. Okay, now I am starting this part. What is this part? Accessory ducts. Okay, now the seminiferous tubules you can see here. Okay, these are the seminiferous tubules. The seminiferous tubules are opening into one network here. This is called rete testis network. Seminiferous tubules open into a network of tubules called rete testis, which in turn open into fine ductules called vasa efferentia. You can see here, this is the rete testis, and these are opening into vasa efferentia. These are the vasa efferentia which leave the testis. They come out of the testis. First, let us start with epididymis. Okay, this vasa efferentia open into, see here, these are the vasa efferentia which are opening into this part is called, okay, epididymis. What is this? Epididymis. It consists of three parts. Okay, one is caput epididymis, carpus epididymis, and cauda epididymis. Let us talk about epididymis. Okay, epididymis is a narrow, tightly coiled tube. Narrow, tightly coiled tube. Okay, you can see here it is a tightly coiled, narrow, tightly coiled tube. Narrow, tightly coiled tube. Located along the posterior surface of each testis. Located along the posterior surface of the testis. That is location. How is it? Narrow, tightly coiled tube. Where is it? It is located along the posterior surface of each testis. Okay. Vasa efferentia leave the testis. Very important point. Vasa E, it is coming out of the testis. Vasa efferentia leaving the testis and opening into epididymis. You can observe here. These are the vasa efferentia. They are coming out. E means going out. Okay, you know, egestion, undigested food is going out. Expiration, okay, air is going out of our lungs. Ejaculation, sperm semen is released from the penis. Okay, like the ejection of the blood. Okay, blood is going out of the heart. Like that, excretion. These all words. Here food is going out, undigested food. Here air is going out. Here blood is going out of the kidney. Here, okay, excretory products are going out of the body. Okay, here semen is going out of the body. Here it is going out of the testis. Vasa efferentia leave the testis and open into epididymis. Epididymis provides space for maturation and storage of sperms. It is divided into, epididymis is divided into three regions, namely caput epididymis. Caput means head, carpus means body, carpus epididymis, and cauda means tail. Okay, tail part of the epididymis, body part of the epididymis, and head part of the cap. We keep the cap on the head. Caput means head. Carpus means body. Okay, this is the body of the epididymis, and I will show you again here. Okay, this is the head part, caput. Our head is on the top. Next, body. Okay, carpus. Carpus means body, and cauda means tail. Caudata, cephalocaudata, cauda, tail. Okay, here. Okay, divided to caput epididymis receives the sperms from the testis through vasa efferentia. This caput epididymis receives the sperm, receiving the sperms, okay, from the testis through vasa efferentia. Okay, read up to here. This is the second part.